Jai Shanti, thank you for being a soulful storyteller and elucidating us with the facts of the Ramayana. Thank you for saying it in English, because when I listen to Dad give upanyasams in Tamil, I always tell him, can we get a little bit of translation? Because sometimes it's hard to understand. And I recently became a fan of Dushyant Sridhar after he had the opportunity to visit us and stay at our house. And the reason I became a fan of him was, I would say I'm not very religious at first. I'm more into philosophy and logic. I mean, I guess that's just the young blood in me talking, right? But sometimes it's hard to believe in rituals and slokas when you can't understand the meaning. And it would be me and Dushyant in the house. Dad went to LA, Mom was working, and Kirti at school, so it was just us two. And I didn't know how to approach him. I mean, I guess he's cool, like he's a young guy, but it's hard to approach someone that knows so much about our history and our religion and how our philosophy is built. He's one of the most knowledgeable people I've ever met that knows about Hinduism. And I happen to be reading Harry Potter. And as many of my generation would say, Harry Potter is probably the most defining book of our generation. That was probably my 9th or 8th time going through it. And then I made him dosa, and he's like, I see you're reading Harry Potter. Do you like Harry Potter a lot? And I was like, yeah, it's probably my favorite book. I've read it since I was in 2nd grade, and it's kept with me ever since. I read it when I'm bored. I read it whenever, because it has such a good storyline, and there's so many thematic elements in it. And he said, like, did you ever consider reading the Ramayana like that? And I said no. I said the reason why is whenever I think of Ramayana or I think of Mahabharata, I think of the religious aspect of it. And he gave me advice, and he said, leave the religion aside and read the text for the text itself. Probably one of the most insightful statements I've heard, And so I did, after the week he left, I did go look up an English version of the Ramayana, because I like Valmiki's, I guess, as good as a translation as Valmiki's Ramayana could be. Because I asked him, I don't know Sanskrit, first of all. That's the bottle gap, that's the bottleneck for me. I don't know Sanskrit, so how do I start this great text, right? He said, just look up for this one author. I don't even remember the author's name, but I have the PDF downloaded on my laptop. And when I was going through it, especially I think after studying, I'd come back and I'd just hang out with my friends and my roommates, and we'd always talk about how this generation of Indian Americans, we're very different in the sense that the culture can really break with us, or it can stick with us, because we are the first generation of Indian Americans. Everyone that's out here right now, I hope you realize that this culture is our parents were able to loyally keep it in America, thanks to people like Jai Shanti, my dad, various Bay Area music teachers, thanks to the fact that we have a little more tempo here nearby. But we think about it, we're actually born in America, and this can really be the change if we want to keep our culture, if we don't want to keep our culture. And there have been times where in college I haven't kept my culture, and I have kept my culture. Even now, like, my music is kind of a struggle for me. Like, I struggle to find inspiration to practice a lot of time, because like I just don't have the people around me that I want to practice with, So it's a struggle. It is a struggle. And so at moments like these, when I talk with my friends, I go back to my room and I did read the Ramayana, and it is almost like Harry Potter, because it is literally a hero's journey. Okay, you see it from the beginning, and you see him grow, and there's two aspects. I think if you read the Ramayana, you'll get different aspects out of it for different people. For me, what I value most is friendship, And so when I read the Ramayana, you look at the friendship of Hanuman and Lakshmana, and you see, wow, these guys are really there for Rama in his worst times. This man is amazing. He's going through so much struggle throughout his life. His life is literally defined by struggle, Why would I want to name my kid Rama? Because like he's had so much struggle since the beginning, right? But Lakshmana and Hanuman are there to always have his back. And on top of that, especially when you brought up the fact that Vishwamitra wanted Rama to come to the forest with him, right? When I read that moment, it's almost like, and Dasharatha, please don't take him, right? It reminds me of when I went to Urbana-Champaign, and my dad is literally outside in the parking lot, and we're having this very, very emotional moment where he's just like, I don't know why you're going here, you know? you picked this college, but like you should have stayed in California. And actually he wanted me to go to Davis. But yeah, exactly, yeah, Aggies. But at that moment, you know, you look at Vishwamitra and how he said, it's almost like Rama is going to college at that moment because he's leaving his home behind.
True.
And everyone can relate to the Ramayana like that. And what I mean is that you don't need to think of it as a religious text. Read it as a storybook. Try to find some piece of the Ramayana within you. It truly is a hero's journey. Every one of us has a journey to make. Okay, and I swear to God, you know, I swear to God, right, that if you take the time and you're actually interested in it, you'll find little aspects that apply to your life. And it's important to consider your journey and also consider Rama's journey as well and think, how do those aspects relate to your life, you know? And going through the Ramayana has taught me that going through some of the, I'm not even done. I'm right at Ayodhya Kanda, and like I just kind of halted there right now. But going through part of the Ramayana at least taught me that he may be, sometimes I find it hard to relate to Rama because he's the ideal human being. I in no way am the ideal human being, you know. I'm able to relate to Krishna a lot better because he's quite the prankster and the jovial, fun guy, you know. Like but a lot of the growth that Rama has gone through in this book, everyone can relate to. And to all the younger people out there, this is really, you guys can really define how you want to take your culture. And if you guys really feel some sort of inclination to read the Ramayana, but you don't want to think of the religious aspects of it, the ritual aspects of it, don't think about it. Just take what Dushyant said to me and really read it as a storybook, you know. Really read it like you're reading Harry Potter or like Lord of the Rings or something, and try to find your own hero's journey through it, you know. Try to find the aspects that relate to your life and try to see how you can make yourself better from it. Okay? And thank you so much for elucidating on many more facts that I didn't know. And it's awesome. I enjoyed thoroughly listening to you.
Thank you.